When people hear the name Bruce Lee, they immediately think of lightning speed, raw power, and martial arts mastery that no one else has ever matched. But out of all his skills, there's one aspect that continues to shock scientists, fighters, and fans even decades after his passing: his punching power. How could a man who weighed only about 135 pounds hit with more force than heavy fighters twice his size? How did his punches come out so fast that cameras struggled to capture them, and opponents didn't even see them coming? And most importantly, how did Bruce Lee train his body and mind to deliver blows that were described as being faster than a bullet? In today's video, we're going to break down Bruce Lee's legendary punching power. We'll explore the science behind his technique, the philosophy that shaped his strikes, the training methods that forged his speed and strength, and real stories from fighters who felt the shocking force of his fists. By the end, you'll not only understand why Bruce Lee's punches were so devastating, but you'll also learn how you can apply some of his principles in your own training. So get ready, because what you're about to hear will change the way you look at martial arts forever. The myth versus the reality of Bruce Lee's punches. Before diving into the mechanics, we need to separate myth from reality. Over the years, Bruce Lee's punching ability has become almost legendary, to the point where people say he could knock someone out with just a tap, or that he could punch faster than the eye could see. While some of these claims are exaggerated, the truth is still astonishing. Bruce Lee didn't rely on brute force like heavyweight boxers. He wasn't built like a tank, but his precision, speed, and explosive energy allowed him to generate incredible impact in a very short distance. The most famous example of this is his 1-inch punch, which he demonstrated in front of stunned audiences. With barely any wind-up, Bruce could knock a man back several feet with what looked like the gentlest push. This wasn't magic, and it wasn't just showmanship, it was the result of a deep understanding of body mechanics, timing, and energy transfer. Science later proved that Bruce Lee's punches carried the same kind of explosive energy you'd expect from a fighter much larger than him. What he lacked in body weight, he more than made up for with efficiency and speed. This is where the phrase "faster than a bullet" comes into play, not because his hand literally traveled at bullet speed, but because his strike landed so suddenly and with such force that opponents couldn't react in time, just like they couldn't dodge a fired bullet. The science behind Bruce Lee's explosive punches. To understand Bruce Lee's punching power, let's break it down scientifically. Power in martial arts comes from a combination of speed, mass, and technique. The simple physics formula for force is force equals mass times acceleration. Most people think that punching pow